Thanks for listening to Gossip with Celebitchy, brought to you by Celebitchy.com. This week we talk about the Royals and the Oscar-nominated movies. We end with our weekly feature. No, we don't. Actually, we don't have a Comments of the Week this week. The stories, photos, and tweets we talk about can be found at Celebitchy.com/podcast under episode 189. Hi, I'm Katie, the founder and editor of Celebitchy.com, and I write as Celebitchy.
And I'm Chandra. I'm the head writer for Celebitchy, and I write as Kaiser.
So we haven't recorded in a long time. We've just been protecting our peace with all the garbage that's going on in the world.
And I've been having a really rough time. I'm not going to get into it on the podcast, but like my 2026 has been extremely bad. And
I'm so sorry.
We're both getting over some stuff. So like we're both kind of froggy right now. I'm getting over a cold. You're froggy for a different reason.
I get allergies and my voice gets bad. So that's also another reason why we haven't recorded as much, but I can just work through it, whatever. But yeah, it usually happens after I eat. So the 20th anniversary of Celebitchy is coming up next week. I'll do a post for it. And that's so crazy to me. I don't see time the same way. It doesn't seem like it's been 20 years. It seems more like 5, but sometimes it's longer than that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I haven't been working for Celebitchy since the very beginning, but I've been working for Celebitchy for a while.
I'll look back. I think it's like 17 years for you.
Something
maybe.
Like that.
Yeah. It's crazy to me. But yeah, so a lot has changed in that time.
Yeah.
And other things have stayed the same.
All right. Well, the reason that we are recording, that we breaking our silence, is because something really big happened today, which is Prince Andrew, or the artist, the degenerate formerly known as Prince Andrew, was arrested in Norfolk, England, on the King's private estate, Sandringhham. Prince Andrew was not arrested for any of the human trafficking stuff, at least not yet. He was arrested for suspicions of misconduct. And that's also related to Jeffrey Epstein, because Andrew and Epstein's relationship wasn't simply about their predatory behavior towards women, and it wasn't just about trafficking. Epstein used Andrew as a useful idiot, and Epstein provided the girls. Andrew provided classified information to Epstein in more cases than not. Andrew and his staff, they had a direct line to Epstein, and they were providing him all kinds of like trade information and business information, government information. And so that's why Andrew was arrested.
And then today they searched Royal Lodge, which is Andrew's former residence.
Right. And Andrew was basically forced out of Royal Lodge at the very last minute. Like, he was taking his sweet time. He was originally supposed to leave Royal Lodge like pretty quickly last fall. And then like they just kept pushing it back, saying like, oh, he'll eventually move out of Royal Lodge. Like they were like, oh, it'll happen. By next summer, it'll happen. So at the very end of January, there was like a huge cache of Epstein files that were released on like January 30th. And Andrew was all over it. He was all over those documents. And we got to see like how many lies he had been telling over the years about how long he was communicating with Epstein, what they were communicating about, how many girls Epstein was providing for Andrew over the years, like really like late into their relationship too. Like Epstein was still trafficking girls to Andrew in like 2010.
Ugh, despicable.
Yeah. So that was the big thing that happened that like changed everything this year, was the late January Epstein file release. And then a few days after that, Andrew was still at Royal Lodge, and he was out riding horses on the Royal Windsor estate. And he was waving to tourists and smiling and looking happy. And King Charles freaked out, because everyone freaked out. They're like, how the hell is this man, still with all of this royal privilege, riding his horse around a royal estate in the shadow of Windsor Castle? And so Charles basically ordered Andrew to leave Royal Lodge in the dead of night and they like ferried him off to Norfolk to a wood farm. And so that's why Andrew was arrested at Wood Farm today.
Do you have any idea of what might happen to him? There's going to be some kind of inquiry. I don't really understand that much about how the legal system works over there, and it doesn't work for royals, but, we'll see.
Well, from what I am reading, they take it really seriously that Andrew was handing over classified information to Epstein. It's a really big deal. Like, I think the trafficking shit is the bigger deal. I wish that investigation was moving forward and that was front and center, what Andrew and Epstein were doing to these girls and women.
That photo of Andrew looming over that child prone is just, I'm sure they drugged those poor girls, and just horrible.
It is horrible. And I wish that was front and center in all of this, all of that stuff. But the sharing classified information, that's a big deal. And it's also associated with the trafficking because that's the quid pro quo. That's why Epstein was still providing girls to Andrew, because Andrew was handing off information, classified information to Epstein. So from what I understand, he could face years in jail if he's, put on trial and like whatever.
Yeah.
But like there are so many big ifs and like, ooh, is that really going to happen? And what Robert Jobson and Tom Sykes have both said is that Andrew could easily make the case or say in his own defense that Charles knew all about it. That would implode the
Charles
case.
Under the bus too.
Yeah.
So Charles issued a statement and he said the law must take its course. What did he say earlier than this? It was something where like, I won't impede it, or what did he say?
That was last week.
Yeah.
It was soon after Charles basically said, of course we care about the victims. We always have cared about the victims. And of course we would cooperate with any police investigation if asked.
Okay.
That was basically it.
Yeah. So they're not volunteering anything, obviously, but that's been the statements that the other royal family members have said, like, we're thinking of the victims.
Mm-hmm. And they're not. They're not at all.
No. I mean, they knew for a long time.
Yeah. Charles's defense and the late Queen Elizabeth's defense was always just that they took Andrew at his word, that they really believed that whatever lies Andrew was saying about his relationship with Epstein and the girls and all of that.
Yeah.
Then the case being made by someone like Graham Smith at Republic is that even if Charles and the late Queen were predisposed to take Andrew at his word, they have access to all these security services. Like, why weren't Charles's handlers and the Queen's handlers saying MI6 has all of this dirt on Epstein? Like, why is Andrew still associating with him? Where was the oversight for these royal relationships, and why Charles and the late Queen were just taking Andrew at his word?
All they had to do was send an email to somebody and they could get a full dossier on what Andrew was up to. Yeah. And he had security people with him all the time, right?
Yeah, he had royal protection officers with him all the time. And he still has some sort of form of royal protection.
Unlike Harry.
Yeah, unlike Harry. Which Charles, he's been real squirrely about how Andrew's protection is being paid for. I don't know if Charles is paying for it privately or if he's created this like backdoor situation where, he's Andrew is still getting royal protection like officially.
Well, hopefully we'll learn more about this, and it's great that it's getting international headlines and that it's the biggest news right now because
it's to be held big to news.
Account. Yeah.
And I was genuinely surprised.
Me too, yeah.
I kind of thought that they would just limp along and that this Andrew situation would just fester and that nothing would really happen. Like, the police are investigating. All these different police departments are investigating. I was like, yeah, but they've investigated before. They always closed down the investigations. They always, just fobbed it off and said, there's nothing we can do. He's a prince.
We're not going to get into the details, but the more I learn about the Epstein files, the less I want to know. And there's things that you can't unlearn.
I've already been down a few rabbit holes online and I'm like, holy fuck.
I thought like Eyes Wide Shut and Blink Twice, I thought those were exaggerated fiction. It turns out that they understated how bad the problem was and how despicable these people are, and like the depravity, the absolute depravity. Like,
and even if you don't believe every single conspiracy, like there's enough material there where you're like, well, I can see why conspiracists are like freaking the fuck out.
We're coming back now. I just cut some stuff that we talked about. You might have seen it on Twitter. Like, some of the references are just horrible. And, like, it's hard to unknow things that you know about this. Yeah. So we talked about it on Zoom last week, and the women there schooled me about what some of these terms in the Epstein files meant. And I was like, no, I don't want to know this. I can't unlearn this, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to include a segment from Zoom from last week, and there's nothing explicit or disturbing in this. We just talk about the royals and Epstein and about Epstein's ties to academia. And this is Karen, April, Michelle, and Ashley.
Well, do you think King Charles is bluffing when he says that, oh, you know, I would fully support, you know, Andrew cooperating with the police?
I think he's like daring them to start something. He doesn't want it to happen, but he's like, oh, yes, of course, if it happens. I'm sure he's done all this stuff behind the scenes to make sure it doesn't happen and has impeded it for a long time.
The question is, the daughters, do you believe that they just, now it's like they're in shock and they're upset, but all this time before, they were supporting their dad. So, which is true?
I feel like they get money from the Middle East, too. They kind of know, to answer your question, April.
I think they know. Of course, the royal reporters are making them sound so sad and making them like the poor girls, you know, they're finally coming to grips with this now that it's out. I think they've known all along. I think that the mom was messing with him too, because the way all of their conversations are going, they're talking like, I think they were involved with each other. I really think Sarah was involved with Epstein too.
Well, she was so obsequious towards him because he was giving her money. But a lot of people were.
Right.
A lot of people were. So I looked through that Jmail and I just looked through the context. I read a lot of random in the jmail.world account that has all the Epstein files. It looks like a Gmail account, and you can search through all the Epstein emails. Like Neri Oxman, she was an MIT professor who dated Brad Pitt, if you remember. And she kind of loved the attention when she got a little bit of the paparazzi on her. She wrote, you know, oh, you're so clever and stuff to Epstein when he visited her lab because she wanted money. I don't think it went beyond that, but I think he had a lot of like his tentacles into these academics and people who relied on him for money.
Well, and she's married to Bill Ackman now, and he's trash.
Oh.
So yeah, like she's got connections through him. Like I think they were on and off before Brad Pitt also.
He had his fingers in academia heavy. And it's scary. It's really scary because the number of university professors, I think he mostly cultivated university professors and not like VPs and stuff, but he was heavy with them. And this is post his initial arrest.
But yeah, at least some kind of justice is happening, even if it's not specifically for these victims.
I don't know what to say. Like, I really hope that Andrew has to face real consequences.
Yeah.
But if that does start happening, that really is the end of the monarchy. Like, everyone is involved.
Will and Kate, Will particularly, is involved with associates of Epstein, not with Epstein. His charity received donations from close associates to Epstein and known close associates to Epstein after Epstein was was arrested. So, but that happened. His dad was taking suitcasefuls of cash from bin Laden's brother. Like, that didn't do shit to him. Like, that was true in the mainstream news in England.
Yeah, it's all incredible how it's all connected.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think Will and Kate are completely mishandling it. They think that they've hired this crisis manager and that they're on top of everything. They are tone deaf. They're sending the wrong message every single day.
Yeah, they are. And William just did this interview where he was talking about men's mental health and centering men. And yeah, there's a time and place for that discussion, and it's not right now.
Yeah. And William's not the person to have that discussion.
Yeah, for
after
real.
everything that he did to his brother and his sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And it's not the right time, as all of the British commentators were saying. Like, it comes across as tone deaf in the wake of all of this Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein bullshit.
Yeah. All right, you want to talk about the movies?
I've been dying to talk about, like, the Oscars and the movies. We haven't talked about movies in so long. And there's so many good ones nominated this year.
There are.
So, for Best Picture nominees, these are the movies I've seen. I've seen Sinners, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, The Secret Agent, Begonia, Half of Frankenstein, Sentimental Value. Yeah, and that's it. I'm not going to watch F1. I'll watch some of Train Dreams. I hear it's real depressing. I'll watch Hamnet eventually at some point.
So I've seen Sinners, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, Frankenstein. I liked Frankenstein a little more than you did. I thought it was fun, like a fairy tale. Train Dreams, and half of Hamnet. And both Train Dreams and Hamnet are overwrought,
Super depressing.
hackneyed, with terrible sound editing. Both of them. The music and editing is awful. I tried to like Train Dreams. I just could not. There were nonsensical scenes in it. It was like a series of different scenes that didn't make sense together. I didn't care. I love Joel Edgerton too. I would watch him in anything. But
I'm such a huge Joel Edgerton fan. But I'm like, oh, so that movie sounds not great, you know?
Netflix just has a lot of money they threw behind it or something, because I am at a loss for how that is even close to being Best Picture.
All right, so let me like rave about some of these movies.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Sentimental Value, loved it.
Okay, I'll check that out.
I loved his previous film, The Worst Person in the World.
Mm-hmm.
I think The Worst Person in the World is a better movie than Sentimental Value.
Okay.
I loved Sentimental Value.
Nice.
It was a really beautifully told story, well acted. Stellan Skarsgård is amazing. His daughters in the film, they're amazing, the two actresses.
Okay.
I love them both. Elle Fanning is in it. And it would have been so easy to make her a cliche American actress, and they avoided it. They gave her a lot of soul and depth.
Nice.
And I really appreciated that. And like, all the girls are nominated. Stellan is nominated. And I really hope that at least one of them wins something, because it was just a really good movie, and I really recommend it.
Oh, great. Nice. Is that your pick for Best Picture?
I don't think it's going to win Best
Among
Picture,
your
but
favorites?
yeah, I think if a foreign film is going to win this year, it will probably be The Secret Agent.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, Sentimental Value has a shot, I think, because it did get a lot of nominations.
Nice.
And I liked The Secret Agent a lot. And I think it's probably going to win Best Foreign Film or International Film, whatever it's called. I have my fingers crossed that Wagner Moura ends up winning Best Actor, because I'm not a Timothée Chalamet hater whatsoever. I like him. I fucking loathed Marty Supreme, and he should not, specifically Chalamet, should not win for that performance. He's given amazing performances in other films. He'll give amazing performances in future films. Don't give him an Oscar for Marty Supreme, for the love of God.
So Sinners was my favorite, and I would love it if Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor, because he convincingly played two people very well.
Yeah.
But I know he's not gonna. I don't think they're gonna give it to him. I think it's gonna go to Wagner Moura. But I agree. Timothée Chalamet should not win for Marty Supreme. However, I liked Marty Supreme a lot. It might just be because I saw it in the theater. And I love those kind of fast-paced, frenetic movies. I really liked Uncut Gems. I like that Safdie style. I don't know if I'd like it as much if I saw it at home.
Yeah, I just wasn't into it. Like, I thought, his character was just awful. And Timothy played him well.
That's the point, yeah.
I know that was the point.
Yeah.
But, like, it's a lot for, like, a 2.5 hour movie. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was long.
And like, I still think that DiCaprio should get more energy towards his Best Actor campaign because he was great in One Battle.
No, he was. He can play a lot of different characters. You know, the guy can act.
Yeah, I thought Michael B. Jordan, he should be a bigger part of the Best Actor conversation.
Yeah.
But I also think that they're making a point of like making it about the film overall. And I really do think that they're angling to win Best Picture because they know that Paul Thomas Anderson pretty much has director locked up, and like One Battle After Another is going to get so much love in general that like Sinners is just kind of like thinking, okay, let's just aim for Best Picture for like the whole team.
We talked about One Battle After Another, I think, a while ago because we both saw it a long time ago.
I liked it.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I don't think, but that's how I feel about all P.T. Anderson's movies. Like, they're good, but they're not like, oh my God, I love that movie. You know, it's...
Yeah. I think it was one of his better ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And I'm rooting for Tiana.
Yeah, she was great. Yeah, she's a shoo-in for supporting.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one of the Sentimental Value girls could get it. Maybe. I think Stellan has an outside chance at supporting actor. Stellan Skarsgård. But I don't know. The acting categories are sort of chaotic, right?
Yeah, this award season is a little chaotic too. We still have the BAFTAs and the actor awards. I almost said SAG, but it's the actor awards now coming up before the Oscars.
Yeah, the BAFTAs are this coming Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see.
Blah.
Oh, you know, I also saw, what's that movie with Rose Byrne?
Oh, the kicking one?
Yeah. If I had legs, I would kick you. Oh, it's...
I recorded it on HBO. I still haven't watched it.
It's something. It's...
Well, you know, I'm so amused that Begonia got nominated for some stuff and that Emma Stone got nominated for Best Actress for Begonia.
Did you like it?
So I spent half of the...
You're like,
I did like it.
Okay.
But it was a sort of the ends justify the means. Like, I spent half the movie thinking, oh, this is horrible. Like, what the hell? How are they going to land this plane? And then the end, the last 30 minutes are so fucking bonkers. And everyone, like Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone, are so incredible in those last 30 minutes. I was like, oh, give them all the awards. They're fantastic in it.
Okay. So, yeah, I can't really tolerate Yorgos Lanthimos movies, so...
Oh, I loved Poor Things. Poor Things was my favorite of his films.
Stupid.
I loved it. I loved Poor Things. And my controversial opinion is that Emma Stone totally deserved the Oscar for Poor Things.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious.
Okay.
She totally deserved it.
All right.
That was a feast of a role for an actress, and she devoured it. She had so much fun with that.
I'm Siskel to your Ebert right now because I do not agree with you at all.
Well, you will hate her in Begonia then because she's acting her ass off in that too.
I tried. I gave it like 15 minutes and I'm like, nope.
No, the ends justify the means. I swear to God.
Okay.
The ending is bonkers and it's amazing.
And that's what Lanthimos is a Machiavellian director.
All right.
Well, we don't have any comments of the week this week because we're just doing an off-the-cuff recording. So thanks for listening, bitches.
Thanks, bitches.
Thank you for listening to the Celebitchy podcast. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen. If you like us, please turn off your ad blocker when you visit our site. You can text us or leave a voicemail at 434-218-3219. Our music is from AA Alto, Maiden, and via Premium Beat and Sound of Picture. Thanks again.